So, with AI completely changing the world as we know it, what does that mean for a teacher? Well, today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea, that the best way to teach with AI isn't to become more like a machine, but to become even more human.
Seriously, just take a second and think about it. Who was that one person, that one educator, who saw something in you that maybe you didn't even see in yourself? Who planted a seed that's still growing today? Maybe it was someone like the teacher who saw a young girl passing notes to a classmate in a wheelchair. Now, the girl thought she was in for it, but instead, the teacher told her, "You have a beautiful gift for seeing people." Just that one moment, that little bit of recognition, ended up sparking a 50-year career helping people with disabilities. Now, that's the kind of power we're talking about. And this, right here, is the big idea from Professor Rick McCawley. It's our guiding light for today. It's really a call to action for every teacher out there to find that little spark, that unique gift inside every single student, and just water it. Help it grow into something amazing.
But let's get real. This is where things get tricky, right? We all know what great, inspiring teaching feels like. But so often, the system pushes educators to just teach to the test. It's all about rote memorization, and it just crushes the very creativity and critical thinking we're trying to build. It's so frustrating, and a lot of teachers feel like they can't teach the child because they're being forced to teach the test.
And right when that pressure feels like it's just too much, boom, AI shows up on the scene. And you might think, oh, great, another thing to deal with. But what if it's not another problem? What if this is the very thing we need? A call to adventure, a chance to start a new kind of hero's journey in the classroom.
Okay, so let's talk about this new philosophy. People have said a bicycle is a tool for the body. Well, AI is like a rocket ship for the mind. But here's the billion-dollar question. Who's flying the rocket?
So, what you're seeing here are all these different learning models. But don't worry about the jargon. Just look at the big picture. In every single one of these, AI is the co-pilot. It's the personalized tutor. It's the guide. And you know what that does? It frees up the teacher to be what they were always meant to be, the mentor. You get to be the Gandalf to your students' Frodo, guiding them on their own epic quest.
And this? Oh man, this says it all. Look at the difference. The one on the left, that's about compliance. It's just homework. But the one on the right, that's about agency. It's a mission. You're not just writing a report, you're becoming a citizen scientist, trying to solve a real problem that actually matters. We're moving from homework to quests.
All right, that all sounds great in theory, but how does this actually work in a real classroom? Well, it all starts with something I love called the bowl of tape principle.
Okay, so get this, true story. An art teacher walks into a room with some antsy kids, puts down a bowl of colored tape, and just leaves. She comes back, and they've built this incredible, complex suspension bridge, all on their own. So what does she do? She introduces a challenge, a problem. She asks, can it hold 10 textbooks? It breaks at 4, so she leaves again. 30 minutes later, that same bridge is holding 20 books. She didn't give them answers, she gave them a problem, and in solving it, they built resilience, they built agency.
And that story gets right to the heart of this quote. This is the big danger of AI, right? Using it as just an easy answer machine. Because real learning, the kind that actually sticks with you, it needs a little bit of struggle. It needs that friction. When you get knowledge without any effort, it's brittle. It doesn't sink in. It's not true wisdom. So we've got to have some clear rules of engagement. And this chart is a fantastic starting point. The stuff on the left, original thought, making ethical judgments, that is always, always the student's job. That's the human part. The AI, it's the amazing assistant on the right. It's perfect for brainstorming ideas or running simulations, but it can't, and it shouldn't, do the real thinking for us.
So where is all this leading? What's the final boss level here? It's all building toward one thing, helping every single student launch what's called a North Star project.
And the whole point, the entire goal of this way of teaching is to help a student find their ikigai, their reason for being. This is where what you love, what you're good at, and what the world actually needs all come together. And the teacher's highest calling, it's just to be a witness, to see that spark in a student and say, hey, I see something in you. Now go build it.
So a North Star project isn't just a final exam or a term paper. Think of it as a student's personal moonshot. It's a mission they choose for themselves. It's a problem in the world that really bothers them, that they feel like they are uniquely meant to solve.
And these projects have 3 simple, but really deep rules. First, it has to be about serving others, not just yourself. Second, if it seems easy, it's not a moonshot. It's just homework. It has to feel a little impossible at the start. And third, and this is the big one, it's not about what you know, it's about who you're becoming. It's a test of character.
Now, of course, when you're dealing with a tool this powerful, a rocket ship for the mind, you absolutely need a moral compass. We have to make sure our students are ready to be responsible pilots.
And look, the goal is not to make students afraid of AI. The goal is to make them ready. It's like we teach kids how to drive a car before we hand them the keys, right? We have to do the same thing with AI. We need to show them how it works so they can navigate it with confidence and with care.
And being ready means being honest about the real risks. Things like getting too emotionally attached to a chatbot, or what they call hallucinations, when an AI just confidently makes stuff up. We have to teach our students to be skeptical, to always verify, and to protect their own privacy and identity online.
So we're going to end with this. You can think of it as a safety oath for every teacher in the age of AI. It's basically a promise that, yeah, we're going to use this incredible new tool, but we'll never forget our most important job, which is to help build good humans, not just good transcripts. Because the real goal isn't just to get students ready for the future, it's to help them build a future worth living in.